Hello my friends, welcome back to LBQ. I'll be your host, Jared Bronstein, and before we swing into it, make sure you guys are subscribed, do me a solid and click that bell, and most importantly, drop us some comments down below with other videos you'd like to see on this channel. We take all your suggestions into consideration when deciding to make our videos, so please don't get discouraged and be assured your input is being considered. I'm going to be responding to some comments from another video at the end of this one as well, so if you guys don't have a question, at the very least, drop me a funny or fun comment that I can respond to in another video. Today we'll be answering the question, what if the Gigantopithecus didn't go extinct? Some refer to these creatures as our real-life King Kong, while others claim it's what Bigfoot looks like. Either way, we're going to be jumping into this one and answering how the Gigantopithecus would affect our world and society if it were to rule the jungle today. Now, it's believed chimpanzees have the strength anywhere between 5 to 8 times that of a human. There's no denying apes in general, gorillas, chimpanzees, and orangutans are incredibly strong. With that being said, to date, one of the strongest chimpanzees that's been in captivity was named Boma. In 1926, Boma pulled 847 pounds using just his right hand. Boma was just 165 pounds himself. Another instance proving chimps' true strength is when a former circus chimp, Suzette, made a pull of 1,258 pounds. It's believed she pulled almost 10 times her weight, meaning she most likely weighed around 125 pounds, maybe a bit more, so we could say up to 150 pounds. So what would that mean in regards to the strength of the Gigantopithecus? Well, they were believed to be approximately 9 to 10 feet tall and weigh around 1,200 pounds. Assuming they too could pull up to 10 times their weight, these beasts would be capable of pulling things weighing over 12,000 pounds. In other words, they'd be one of the strongest animals known to man. But strength aside, their height would also give them an incredible advantage over the likes of gorillas, who can allegedly carry things up to 4,400 pounds. The difference is gorillas are usually 5 feet tall, so these things would be almost 3 times as strong and tall as a gorilla. Although King Kong was written to be over 100 feet tall, the Gigantopithecus really would be the modern day Kong, although Bigfoot would most likely be a better comparison. So now that we got the stats, let's talk about how this beast roaming the land would affect us. As always, it really depends where you live. I feel like I say that in every video, but it's true. In today's society, these things would be living in the likes of India, Vietnam, China, and Indonesia. Meaning, if you lived in North or South America, you probably wouldn't be affected too much. The Middle East and any country in Africa probably wouldn't be affected either. But how would these beasts roaming the grassy lands of India, Vietnam, China, and Indonesia change the way things currently are? For starters, what would these things eat? Tigers? Buffalo? Maybe rhinos? Think again. Based off of the teeth found belonging to these species, there's a widespread belief they ate a lot of bamboo. Although they had incredibly strong teeth and jaws, a large majority were found to have cavities. It seems they would have the same diet as the giant panda. There's also the possibility that these monstrosities ate fruits when bamboo was unavailable. I know, I'm just as surprised as you guys. I thought these things would run the show, but apparently they aren't carnivores. But this also could have been because they were roaming the earth back when the likes of the Columbian mammoth, the cave hyena, and the short-faced bear, which was about 12 feet tall, roamed the earth. Not to say these chimps couldn't hold their own, but if they were hanging out in trees, why go fight for food when it's literally in your home? Nowadays, however, things will most likely be very different. With the likes of leopards and snakes living in the trees, I have no doubt these monsters would make a meal of them. Whether or not they enjoyed it would be an entirely different question, but if a leopard is attacking one of these things, you can be sure it wouldn't be much of a fight. Spoiler alert, I don't think the leopard would win. Now, assuming they stuck to their diet and only ate meat when they were defending themselves, the Gigantopithecus may drive the giant panda to extinction. Clearly, between the two, the giant panda would be seen as a victim if there was an altercation over bamboo, for example. As of now, the giant panda is no longer an endangered species as it once was. However, this would most likely change, assuming not only their food supply slowly diminished, but making it nearly impossible for them to get food if it meant going toe-to-toe with the Gigantopithecus. Like most forest animals, I don't think the countries would have to worry about these animals roaming the streets, especially considering how they hang out in the trees. They wouldn't want to wander into the city streets. But when it came to tourism or camping or even indigenous tribes living out in the wild, there may be some issues. Anyone who were to get close to these animals could be seen as a threat, and although tour guides, for example, are well equipped with tranquilizers and such to help protect those in case of a confrontational situation, these beasts would change the game. A regular tranquilizer would not be strong enough to take this thing down, nor would 2 or 3, meaning research would need to be done to figure out not only how to control these things in regards to their behavior and how aggressive they are towards humans, but how they could possibly affect the ecosystem in general. Due to their large size, they were believed to consume a lot of food. The reason they went extinct? Loss of food supply and not being able to adapt to rising temperatures. As we know, the temperature keeps rising, which would be seen as an issue for these guys. This could lead to the animals constantly moving to find new appropriate habitats that can sustain them. Unfortunately, even if they didn't go extinct about 100,000 plus years ago, there's a very real possibility they would go extinct in today's day and age based on climate change alone. Now, thankfully, this is a big old what if. These things are long gone, and we're still finding their fossils over 100,000 years later. As we find out more information on these beasts, we'll have a better understanding of their habits and behaviors. Until then, we get to keep making fun hypothetical videos like this one, which makes my job quite fun. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts on how you would feel if the Gigantopithecus didn't go extinct. Let me know in that comment section down below. For now though, let's read some comments from the video, what if anacondas doubled in size? Assassin Hit said, let's just say I would make a shoe selling business. I see what you're saying there, but I wish you the best of luck getting an anaconda in the first place to skin it. Like, no chance, man. Francisco Calderon said, well, it'll be South America's problem, not ours. Such a bad mentality to have, man. Although you're not wrong, but we're all on the same team here, guys. We're all human. Little Lad said, to answer this video's question, there would be a sequel to the Anaconda movie. Yo, that movie, when I was younger, I watched that. That movie scared the out of me. That was a scary movie. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch Anaconda. I think it came out in like maybe the late 90s, early 2000s. It's about an anaconda that literally people up. Anyways, guys, on that note, we're going to wrap this one up. I've been your host, Jared Bronstein. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you guys are subscribed and click that bell notification. Of course, drop us some comments down below with a question you've always wanted an answer to, and we'll see you guys soon here on LBQ.